The website jokes keep coming. You were in Disney Trivia Live last night. Things got a little out of hand, but it was a lot of fun. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Disney Morning Show Live with myself, Doobie Mosley, co-founder here at Laughing Place, and Kyle Burbank, our managing editor.
Hello.
How you doing, Kai?
I'm doing well. How about you?
You finally got your little facial hair taken care of.
I did it about 15 minutes ago just for you.
And sitting in your new studio, you got some lighting behind you. Wow.
Lighting that's not on. Yeah.
True, but it's coming. It's coming. All right, let's get started. It's almost Christmas. We just want to get in and out of here and get on to vacation. So let's start the way we do every show. First of all, Kai, you surprised this is still Frozen Land and not Zootopia?
I was thinking. I mean, this one was a bit delayed. Like it took a while to get to Frozen, so I do wonder if it'll be maybe when we come back from break, it'll be Zootopia, if not sooner. But my guess would be after break.
No one's working now, so if it's not happening now, it ain't happening until after the first.
Yeah.
All right, what is the Disney stock price today within 25 cents, Kyle?
I don't know. Santa Claus rally, 93.20.
I did get an alert today that my S&P index fund is at a 52-week high, so that seems reasonable. What did you say, 93.20?
I said 93.20. I was.
You are off.
And it's down, but we didn't do a show yesterday, so I didn't.
So Kyle is now 28 right, 13 wrong, with one perfecto thrown in there. Next up, let us get a look at today's weather with our good friend Ethan.
Hello there and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. A&P has provided me with the world's smallest turkey, already in the oven, nice and hot. Oh darn, guess what I forgot? So on with the boots, back out in the snow to the only all-night grocery. When what to my wondering eyes should appear? In the line is that guy I've been chasing all year. I'm spending this one alone, he said. Need a break, this year's been crazy. I said, me too, but why are you? You mean you forgot cranberries too? Then suddenly we laughed and laughed, caught on to what was happening. That Christmas magics brought this tale to a very happy ending. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be cloudy today with a chance for showers and even thunderstorms throughout the day, with the highest chances coming this evening. Temps will be in the 60s throughout. Walt Disney World will also be overcast today but with almost no chance of precipitation. They'll reach a high of 67 today with evening lows about 10 degrees cooler than that. Castaway Cay is windy today with mostly cloudy skies. Still, the temperature will stay pretty consistent at 71, give or take a degree. The cloudy trend continues at Disneyland Paris where it's currently 47 degrees. There's also a small chance of light rain later tonight. Tokyo will see a sunshine-filled day tomorrow, although it will still be pretty chilly with a high of just 52. Shanghai will be sub-freezing tomorrow with a high of just 30 degrees. At least it will be mostly sunny though. Last but not least, Hong Kong will see a high of 58 tomorrow with partly cloudy skies. And that's all for another Disney weather update. I hope you all have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye for now. And bye-bye, waitresses. That has completed the waitress, whatever.
Trilogy.
All right, what? Trilogy. Okay. Why do I feel weird today? Let me think. Is there something wrong? No, I guess I'm okay. Hello, Rich. How you doing? Rich, Mouse Fan Travel. Use them for all your Disney travel needs. Hello, Steven from Wyoming, and Geo, of course. All right, let's get started today. Pretty much Zootopia is dominating things over here at Laughing Place with Jeremiah over in Shanghai. But let's start actually with something that would have been the lead for yesterday's show had we done a show yesterday. But we did not. But it's big enough to mention anyway. And that is the coming of The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, a brand new attraction, sort of kind of coming to Disney's Hollywood studios and the taking over for the Voyage of the Little Mermaid over there in the animation courtyard. This new version of the show, which is expected to come in the fall, will have new sets, brand new effects, and a new design inspired by Ariel's imagination and unique point of view, featuring songs you love like Part of Your World, Poor Unfortunate Souls, and Kiss the Girl. And
yeah, I'm really glad that they're going to be using some different songs that you don't get to hear anywhere else in the parks ever.
And based on this concept art, we are getting the animated Little Mermaid and not an update to the live action version, which makes sense because it's an animation courtyard. Were you surprised by that fact, Kyle, that they stuck with the animated?
I guess I didn't think about the fact that it was the animation courtyard, but I mean, they could combine the two. I don't know what kind of story it is yet, but
I think that's true. They could. They
if there's a
could.
story, it's inspired by imagination, so there doesn't have to be a story.
I have a strong. My guess is purely a guess. If the movie had done better, the live action, we might not.
Oh, Mac does have breaking news. Just as Disney is getting into the MLM business, Orlando is getting out.
That's funny. So the Amway Center, which is the major arena there where the Orlando Magic play, is now becoming the
But are we
Kia
sure
Center.
it's
That is
Kia
great
and
news.
not Kin? Because if they're using the new logo, it looks like Kin.
We know, actually, for sure. Rebecca is so happy the theater is returning. Sad it is not a review. You just prefer a review than a story? So do you think it's going to have, based on this concept art, I'd say it's still going to be a dark light show, wouldn't you say? I guess no. I guess there's nothing here that says for sure.
I don't know.
I wonder. That was the unique thing of Voyage of Little Mermaid is the fish. It was black, and then there were puppets there, but you couldn't see them, and then they're doing other fish things.
Doing other fish things, yeah.
Yeah. Why would you term it? All right, let's get to Shanghai, where Jeremiah is. Unfortunately, it is about 2 a.m. there, so we're not able to talk to Jeremiah right now. But he has left us lots of treats. It officially opened. The whole concept of yesterday, today, tomorrow is so foreign to me when the time zones are so different. So how would you say when it had its grand opening, Kyle?
Well, its grand opening was on the 19th, and its actual official opening for the public was on the 20th. So this was on the 19th.
So the 20th there, the park day of the 20th has already occurred.
Yes.
Even though it's just getting started here. Okay. So, so this is from the grand opening. Bob Iger was there. Traditional big grand opening. We still don't have a video of that, do we?
No. But we do have the clip of the weasel thing that we should look at.
We'll get there. We're going to get there. We're definitely going to look at the weasel. So as Kyle said,
weasel. It's not Pauly Shore, believe it or not.
So this is actually a video that Jeremiah took of the public opening, December 20th, yesterday. And just get a quick look at that. Interesting to see what the crowds are like for a grand opening, first day in one of the international parks. The queues weren't as bad as I may have thought they would have been. Jeremiah showed us a picture where it was a 60-minute queue for the main attraction there.
Yeah. Which, if you're curious what the wait times are during the day, once it's not the middle of the night, you can go to laughingplace.com and check out the Shanghai Disneyland wait times, along with wait times for all sorts of Universal and Disney parks.
Absolutely true. You may know that we have wait times for all the domestic theme parks, but did you know we have international too, as well as non-Disney theme parks? Yeah, these are wait times. Very responsive, very fast loading, sometimes a little quicker than using the app. And let's see what else Jeremiah has for us. So he took, like I said, he was there for the opening. Sorry, we just leave this up. Some more pictures.
Did you see this morning we posted some ones at night? I
did, yes. I'm going to definitely have that. But before, I wanted to talk about the opening, and then Jeremiah had one more video for us. So I wanted to play that. He took a picture of some of the food. Sorry.
I'm just picturing Mike's video.
That's coming too. So Jeremiah took a picture of some of the food that they have there for Zootopia, and he actually put up a video. And I wanted to ask you about this video, Kyle. What I found interesting about this is
his shirt is provided by Roosevelt's, by the way.
Thank you. He is reviewing corn-flavored popcorn. Is that not the default flavor for popcorn?
So I don't know about this particular one, but in Tokyo, I've tried something called corn pottage flavored popcorn, which is, it's its own thing. It's kind of like a creamed corn. And so you're like, yeah, it's corn flavored popcorn, but it was really good. So to answer your question, corn flavored popcorn might be the default, but I don't know if there's actually some other words on there that we're missing, or like a buttered corn, I guess buttered corn is just buttered popcorn, but
let us find out what Jeremiah thought, and maybe he'll enlighten us.
Well, since I'm in the land of trying foods, I'm going for the most unique popcorn I think I'll ever have. Corn flavored popcorn. Yep, corn flavored popcorn.
It's corn.
Okay, so this could rival my face when I've had the pickle shake. Let's see. It tastes like I'm eating buttered corn, but in popcorn style. I think this is kind of meta here, but let's. So that was tasty. I will actually eat all that. But really, if there's one reason why I came and got the butter flavored or the popcorn flavored corn, it's the popcorn bucket. So it's the hopped family popcorn bucket. I've
So why
said
wasn't
many
it
times
carrot
I'm not a popcorn bucket person, but in this case I am. For some reason it looked like the eye was missing, but it's just closed. So here we go.
The star of that, by the way, was the BGM over there in Zootopia Land. Did you rock to that as much as I did, Kyle?
Yeah, it was it Baroque Hoedown, or was it just sounded like it?
Wouldn't fix it. All right. Rich Ostry just put something. Are you aware of what Rich Ostry just put in the chat? Is that something you'd heard?
No.
Okay, so I'm just doing a quick search somewhere. Oh, that's not working. Someone at LP can see if they can get a source for that, or if Rich can help us out and give us some more info. Would appreciate it. No, it did not drive me back crazy. I actually really enjoyed that. But it's kind of peppy. Not kind of. It's very peppy. All right, so let's get back to Zootopia Land. Again, if someone can look up to get some more info on that Castaway Club news, that's pretty interesting.
Maybe people who are in Castaway Club. Did you get an email?
I did not get an email. I am most definitely in Castaway Club.
Maybe somebody who's taken a cruise before.
So yeah.
It's not. Well, I'll have to dive deeper, but I will check the one resource that I know.
Yeah, we've got people. You don't have to work out. We've got people for that. Rebecca's looking. I'm sure Matt is looking. Rich Ostry. Rich is directing people. We're good. Let us continue with Shanghai. So I know we've got. If you've never been to Shanghai trying to report on something for a website back in the United States, you may not realize how difficult it can be to get content over here. So we are still working on getting many videos up onto our site to delight you with what's happening over in Zootopia. But we do have one up right now, and it's actually pretty cool. I really like what they've done.
懂我了，真的，真希望老大也能这么懂我。你来啦！
你好，宝贝儿。
Apologies if you can't understand them. We can't, so we'll just show video while we talk. But you can go get this whole video on our YouTube channel. And this is called Zootopia Park Animal Interactions. And do you know more about exactly what's happening here, Kyle?
These are little interactions. They're they're like little shows. So slightly reminiscent of when they did the Muppet shows at Liberty Square. You know, they just have the characters come out.
Okay.
And I think these are a little bit smaller in scale. Like it's not a full thing. It's just these. Yeah, I think they could just call them like interactions or whatever. Although this is very funny. It's like hearing Snooki speak Mandarin.
So this is one of the things they have going on over there. Obviously, it's an entire land with the major attraction. What is the exact name of it? The attraction?
Hot Pursuit.
Yes,
like that.
I think of Zootopia Hot Pursuit. So I know Jeremiah has video of that. We do have that coming. They, of course, have new merchandise themed to the new land. We'll show you some of that real quick. And so I know the Japanese parks, Kyle, are really well known for having some really great merchandise. Is it the same in Shanghai?
I enjoyed some of the stuff when I was there. I went for the opening. So of course there's a lot of opening merchandise. So it's hard to say like how it's kept pace.
True.
Although I will say, this gives me a chance to share just a fun little story. When we went to the grand opening, we noticed at the World of Disney there was a shirt that Becca liked, and there was one on the rack that the back said opening team, and the rest were just the same design but nothing on the back. So it's actually a little bit too small, but she went with the one that says opening team because we're like, we're not supposed to buy this, but we're going to. So now she can act like she had something to do with the opening of that park.
So wow, so Kyle helped open Shanghai Disneyland.
I got a T-shirt that says that's all you need to know. Just like I worked at Krusty Land because I have a Krusty Land jacket, so clearly I worked there, right?
And then, as Kyle mentioned a moment ago, the land itself, we have a couple of really cool articles on that, and one showing off the land, which so it's. I see this, and my immediate thought is, oh, they've done The Secret Life of Pets, just like Universal Studios Hollywood. But obviously, it's just a similar themed movie, this one being Zootopia. And we also have That at Night. So,
Looks like Times
so
Square.
Tons and tons of articles coming out of Zootopia Land, and more to be coming. So what I'm just going to do is give you in the chat a link to the tag, so you can just browse all the articles at your leisure.
Do you have the now that I'm looking at the thing, do you have the Disney parks? I don't know if Easter eggs is the right word, but Easter, like the references, the Disney parks.
Yeah, I do actually. I do have those. So there's a couple of references. I don't think Easter
I'm sure there's probably more, but we found at least a couple.
So what's this
this
one?
A poster for that mentions Living with the Land, which, as you'll know, is an Epcot attraction. So yeah, that's a fake 3D movie that's apparently playing at the Zootopia Natural History Museum.
And then I love this one.
Yeah, Trader Lambs, like Trader Sam's. Becca liked the Tiki 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 Nights.
That's cool. Yeah, Jeremiah's doing a great job getting everything going on over there in as short a time as he has. So thank you, Jeremiah. And of course, when he gets back here to the United States, and we have some time next week, it's Christmas and all that, but he definitely will be talking to us or Parks Talk or maybe even his own stream to do a deep firsthand dive on Zootopia and Shanghai Disneyland live. So we're just glossing over it right now. We do have, thank you again, Rich Osprey. This is why we recommend Mouse Fan Travel, and specifically Rich Osprey, for any of your Disney travel needs. They stay on top of everything. So thank you very much, Rich, for this tip. It's truly breaking news. We will read it precisely in just a moment, just as soon as we finish with what's going on at Shanghai Disneyland. So I guess this is related to Zootopia, but Kyle, do you want to talk about, while I find it, the cart? Yeah,
so there was during the grand opening, Josh D'Amaro, the head of Disney Experiences, was presenting, and they had this kind of cool, I guess it's like, it's an R&D project for Imagineering that came out and spoke to him. Apparently, this is going to be, sounds like this is just a one-off, but they're just showing you the potential. So that cart is its own animatronic, and you have this animatronic because that's not a puppet, it's all self.
That is just crazy. I think the last time you out us like this, it was with the lightsaber that actually lightsabered, and that did make its debut in Galactic Star Cruiser. So hopefully we can hope to actually see this in the park. But we're gonna let this play a little bit. You guys can check it out. This is actually from our Twitter. So if you check out our Twitter, last place you can find this. I think we'll have a video again. We'll have it on YouTube at some point. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. Here, let's get audio of this.
Ambassador, am I right?
You think Zootopia needs an ambassador?
Yeah, me!
Why am I not surprised, dude?
我呢，只要你做个声明，写下来的那种。You got it, huh?
Dude, I'm not signing anything.
那这样，你要不就在这儿当着媒体的面说几句，比如大家听好了，从现在起，威斯顿公爵是代名者官方疯狂动物城形象大使。
Yeah, I really can't make you an ambassador, dude.
作为你的形象大使，我需要一辆
That is fun.
That's Duke Weaselton, not to be confused with the Duke of Wesselton.
Are they not the same character? Because if you say they are, Tony will fight you.
They're not the same character. They're voiced by the same person.
Are they really?
Yeah, it's Alan Tudyk.
He's been typecast. So I'm going to give you a direct link to that on our Twitter if you want to go check out that whole thing. 2.5 minutes of pretty cool animatronic fun. First of all, didn't know Josh spoke Chinese, but he's also
He didn't speak it. He understood it.
Oh, good point. Good point. Didn't know Josh understood Chinese.
He can memorize English lines in response to Chinese.
He's really good at interacting with that thing. He does his job. I don't know what his full job is, but the part of his job that is being the face of Disney experiences, he does so well. Really, really good. So, okay.
Luckily, this Duke did not go kaboom. What?
You were better last night with the. All right, folks. Here is the breaking news.
Gotta give me a second.
This is actual breaking news, not just a new poster. This is from Castaway Club Frequently Asked Questions. I will read it. Guess. How do I become a Castaway Club member? The Castaway Club is Disney Cruise Line's affinity program. Once you take your second cruise, you're a Castaway Club member. You're a silver, you get to 5. You're a gold, you get to 10. You're a platinum, you get to 25. You're a pearl. And it's been that simple since Cruise Line launched in 1998, although pearl is relatively very new. So that's been it. You take the cruises, number of cruises, days doesn't matter, price doesn't matter, strictly number of cruises. We have a change. How do I become a Castaway Club member? Guests who have completed one eligible Disney cruise automatically qualify for Castaway Club membership. To remain in the program, Castaway Club members must book or sail on at least one eligible cruise within 5 years of their last Disney voyage. So the way this reads to me, and they do say for more information, view the Castaway Club terms and conditions. So I have not clicked that. That probably spells out all the little detail questions I'm sure people have. But the way this reads is you are a Castaway Club member, but you don't cruise for 5 years, you are no longer a Castaway Club member. If you then cruise again, do you pick up where you left off, whatever that means, or are you back to being a nothing? If you're a Castaway Club member now, before they set this in,
they pull your plaque off of the. You've done 50 cruises, but you took 5 years off. Scrap now.
If you're a Castaway Club member now, but you haven't cruised for 5 years, are you no longer one? Or if you haven't cruised for 4 years, you have to do a cruise within the next year. Again, this may all be spelled out in the terms and conditions. If not, I'm sure we will get answers to all of these things. Maybe Rich Ostry knows the answer to these already, can help us in the chat. But it's seemingly a pretty big change. Most hardcore Disney cruisers who reach that level of like gold or platinum, they're cruising every 5 years anyway, but still interesting. Very interesting. And very interesting the reason why and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm sure once we're done here and I get a chance to go over some of the more popular Disney cruise boards, there's going to be lots of comments on this, just as there were on the changes to the Kids Club ages. Big changes over Disney Cruise Line.
Lots of people who cruise every year being angry that they could possibly not. No, it's really just. I'm sure it feels like the type of thing. So sometimes Disney and other places have rules and policies that they don't really enforce unless they need to. Like a great example, the one that I always point to is Disneyland and Disney World, their costume guideline. Like most of the time you can wear whatever you want. It's just if it becomes a problem, then they can say, hey, we have rules. You can't wear that costume. So it's like with this, I imagine it's, if you call and you're like, hey, we really want to cruise, but we got to this level. Can you keep us on? It's more just like showing engagement. Like they just want to be able to clear the roles if they need to. That's my initial take. Obviously, I have no idea, but that's just
right.
That's just what sticks out to me. Is I feel like it's more just like a thing so that they can start kind of do you ever have a gift card that says after 24 months of inactivity? Have you ever had your inactivity taken out?
But I understand why they go with gift cards. There's an accounting issue, and maybe there's an accounting issue here, but there is literally no benefit to being a Castaway Club member other than when you're on a cruise. So to just leave you on the rolls when you're not cruising, you're not getting anything. So why take you off? I'm reading in the terms and conditions now. I'm not good enough to read that stuff.
This is a new segment called Doobie Reads Terms and Conditions.
Yeah, and it's not interesting nor fruitful. So we will find out everything we can about that and get it to you on Laughing Place. Sorry, this is not nearly as big a deal to all of you, I'm sure, as it is to me, because DCL is my favorite part of Disney, and any changes I pay close attention to. Let's get back to a park you all know and love, and that is Disneyland Park, where our own Mike Celestino spent the day yesterday checking things out. So nothing major, a lot of minor stuff to see. What's this, Kyle?
As we knew, the Beast Library is closing, and so now we just got a sign that says this attraction is unavailable. But the Sorcerer's Workshop, where you can go and make your own little things and spin the wheel, as it were, where Tony got engaged, that's still open. You could still do that. It just has this nice dead end, and there's a cast member there, apparently.
And what are they? What is this closed for? Do we know?
It's going to be private area. It won't be guest accessible anymore. It'll just be for whatever that.
Just for proposals. Tony, give them an idea. Okay. Also, more construction happening over there, Kyle.
Yep, this was the Blue Sky Cellar most recently. It hasn't really been open for a while, but there's construction walls there. That's going to be a DVC Welcome Home Center, I think is what their terminology was. Probably they'll take you on a tour from there of the Grand Californian, presumably. They haven't really shared many details, but that's what's going on there.
And over in downtown Disney, as we call it, the district, there's a bunch of walls over there. There's quite a bit of construction going over there between the Catal and stuff over by the Lego store. But it's cool. The construction walls are showing off the history and future of downtown Disney District. And future of the downtown Disney District, which is painful because I covered the opening of downtown Disney as Laughing Place, so to think that it has a history hurts quite a bit. But it does. But okay, so they're also going back to the 60s when it was also, that area of downtown Disney used to be Disneyland Hotel. So I feel a little better.
You can always go downtown.
But the main reason Mike went there, and it was to see downtown Disney. And Kyle, I'll let you describe what this is while I get the video ready.
Well, apparently we did not necessarily know what this was, because when Benji said that they had this at the premiere, we all thought that he was talking about the flipbook thing, but that was a separate thing. So this is like a little video where there's like lights and it films you, and then it intersperses you into like a music video for Wish. And so Mike thought that he was going to be turned into a flip book, so he's trying to be very animated and like make these fun poses, not knowing that it's all just on video and that it's going to be edited into this weird.
And the results are fantastic.
Yeah.
You don't have to look too hard. It's all around and not too far. If you're trying to figure out just who.
Yeah, I might as well save the
copyright.
You're a star. I like my music.
It's great. Yeah, as great as this is, just the raw video of Mike dancing is better. This is the experience.
He waited how long for that? We don't know.
But I'm going to make things get a little weird here while I switch brands, because you need to see the proper presentation of that.
That's my favorite part, is where he's just like, and it zooms in on his hand for no reason. Oh, it's so good. I laughed so many
Okay.
times. Every time I put it on yesterday, I would just laugh. Yeah, obviously I cut out the actual wish part of that.
Right.
I just had Mike dancing.
Oh, Mike. Okay, let's get to good to go.
GTG.
So, Walt Disney World made the huge announcement that they will be making an announcement of when the good to go days are coming to Walt Disney World. What is a good to go day, Kyle?
A good to go day is a day that annual pass holders will not need to make any theme park reservation. This is in addition to how currently I believe it's at 2 o'clock that they can go in without a reservation, except on Magic Kingdom on Saturdays or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, so the reservation system. So for day guests, most tickets are dated tickets, and dated tickets will no longer need a reservation. They're just kind of factor that in. But annual pass holders will still need to make reservations, but good to go days, they can go in without the reservation and still hold their other reservation slots and all of that.
Absolutely. And so they said that on January 11th, they will add those to the calendar. So on January 11th, you'll be able to go and see when good to go days are
I
coming.
assume January 11th would be one of them, but we don't know for sure.
And also, don't forget that starting, is it the same time? Yes, starting January 9th. Starting January 9th, park hopping for annual pass holders. All tickets. Sorry, park hopping for all tickets, including annual pass holders, will be right away. You can go in a park and immediately hop into another park. You don't have to wait until, I think it's 2 o'clock right now. Maybe it's noon. It's changed from when it initially rolled out. But anyway, starting January 9th, you don't have to remember anything. You can go to a park and then immediately hop to another park, the way it used to be back before all this reservation stuff. So
and for
I don't know if
the queues, that just means that if you have a valid theme park admission, you're eligible for that first virtual queue. The second one, you'll need to be in the park, in whichever park.
Yeah. Yep. And for good to go days, you can make a reservation you can make a virtual queue without having a reservation as long as you have a good ticket from your home. All right, so you can say, hey, can I get a reservation? Cool, I'm going to the park, and if not, I'll stay home today. Universal Studios Orlando laughs at your good to go days. Where's their tweet? There it is.
Unless you're going to talk about Britain.
They put out this tweet the day after Disney made the announcement saying good to go, and just a picture of their annual pass. They have no such thing as reservations there, and they love their social media department loves to have a good time. So that's pretty awesome. Go ahead and talk about England. It's not on my list, but it should be.
Disney or Universal confirmed that they're buying land in part of England, and they said that they're exploring it for a possible theme park. I don't know if they're thinking a full scale, like Universal Studio style park there, or if it would be something kind of like they're doing with Universal Kids in Frisco. And but we'll see. Interesting development.
Yeah.
Did you appreciate my girl reporter convinced by Brian Roberts joke?
No, because I didn't get it.
So the Orlando Sentinel broke the news that the land that Disney was buying, but the headline just said "Girl reporter convinced by Walt Disney." That was the headline that they were confirming that Disney was buying the land.
All right, so Mike Mack says, I did go to both their parks with my AP yesterday. By the way, there's 3 parks, Mac. So
Mac, you look real good today.
Luke Manning, the rumor is a full-fledged theme park. So Luke, as a Brit, what would you think of a full-fledged Universal Studios theme park, not a Uni Kids or something like that, in the jolly old England, your home country? Would that make you happy? And then, as someone who can speak on behalf of all Englanders, would that make the whole country happy? Rebecca, going back to DCL, I think it's a way to keep higher level qualified cruisers active. If you look at the gaps between the levels, that's my guess. And we're platinum and quite par from the next. So to maintain our status, working towards the next, we just have to book within 5 years. Yeah, but how many people is this going to affect? Who gets to platinum that goes 5 years without a cruise?
I mean, I can only really see it in terms of like major life things.
Right, and so why penalize those poor people who have major life?
Well, that's why I'm saying. That's why I feel like they'd be more accommodating, like making exceptions and extending status and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I know
I
I don't know.
No, and it's also possible I'm not completely understanding what Rebecca's point is.
It's raining again.
I'm not good at thinking and reading. Okay, so Theme Park Stop is doing a lot of good work on the English channel. The English channel. No, on the England story, Universal. Luke has spoken on behalf of himself and England. He says, me, yes, very excited. England, I'm sure they'd find something to complain about with it. And thanks, Rich, for saying no more info at this time with DC. I'm curious, Rich, I know this literally just dropped, so you probably don't know yet, but if you have any feedback at all from your clients on if they have any feelings towards this anything at all, would love to know in the chat.
Rich Oshty would also like to go on a cruise at least every 5 years.
Yes, we're all for it. Yeah, and maybe tomorrow, if you hear some stuff later today, you can let us know tomorrow, Rich. All right, let's move on to
if you want to, you can personally. There's cruise dates you can book with 50% of the normal deposit.
That's
so you
right.
can stake your dates without having to pay it eventually, but not right now.
You do have to pay it eventually, but you could book a cruise for 2025, 50% deposit, and then just like I said, you want to book the cruise so you feel like you have a cruise. You walk around telling people you've got a cruise scheduled, and if later on you got to cancel, you still at least have that year plus of joy at less money than it normally costs.
So you want me to just give Disney a few dollars to hold on to until just so I can tell people I'm going on a cruise and then be like, no, never mind. I'm just going to keep moving
It's 50% less, fewer dollars. So yes, I think that's
Now, is a deposit
mental
is it a
health.
refundable deposit?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, your cruise deposit is fully refundable up until a certain point, and then the percentage goes down as you get closer. So yeah, put down that 50% deposit for as late as you can, sometime in late 2025, and say, I got a cruise booked on the Disney Treasure. And then just cancel it later on and enjoy that full year of being a cruiser. Pro tip from
Are you going to get me a future cruise that I'm not actually going to take for Christmas? Is that my gift? Can it be a combo birthday Christmas gift?
Not only am I your future cruise that you're not going to take, concierge.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I think concierge deposits may not be refundable, so I take that back. Veranda, though. Definitely a veranda. I'm here for you, Kyle. Hey. No. Forgot to put do not disturb. Sorry. All right. At least I know how to use this one. We got new phones here. I helped install these, so I actually know how to use them now.
Awesome.
It rings on my cell phone, too. Shut that up. All right. Percy Jackson, the Olympian, gave us a surprise yesterday, didn't it, Kyle?
Yeah, it arrived a few hours early. It did the 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific. But unlike in the past where they've told us that they were doing this one just showed up. And then, of course, they sent a press release. They had to spoil the fun.
So
perhaps we might have had hints that something like this was going to happen based on some of the embargo dates they gave us, but we weren't sure.
So Percy Jackson and the Olympian is 95% currently on Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter, with 37 reviews in. Excellent. I have high hope for this show that I may or may not ever check out.
And if after you watch it, right after this show, I will have Bill wrote a entire recap of the first 2 episodes, as well as a companion guide that kind of breaks down what we saw on the show and where that lines up in the book. So
that is
lots
so
of
cool.
Percy Jackson content coming your way right after this.
We are very lucky to have a Percy Jackson expert on our team. It's got 73 on Metacritic. If you go over to DisneyPlus.com, it is the very first thing you see. I am curious where it's doing in trending, so that's why I'm here right now.
And if you go to Hulu, it's only 1 episode, I believe, right?
That's a great question.
Not Hulu on Disney Plus. But it's very confusing.
Where's trending? There it is. Oh,
Home Alone
it's not. Maybe trending doesn't update very often. We've got Bluey, Home Alone, The Simpsons, Frozen, Home Alone 2, Diary of a Wimpy Kid Christmas, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Elemental, Santa Claus movie, Santa Claus this TV show, Dial of Destiny, a lot of Christmas stuff.
Jesse.
No Percy Jackson yet. We must remember to come back tomorrow and check this out and see if Percy's.
Maybe it's like our top 24 updates right away, but the top 5 takes a day. So let's hope it's like a top 5 situation.
I think so. Mike Mack says, "Look at that first sports movie, Doobie." So I will have you know, Mac, don't be misled by the line. I was just searching for a still for trivia. There have been at least 2 times this year where I made the decision to watch this movie. So I'm getting so close to actually seeing.
It's like a cruise deposit.
I think you're poo-pooing my logic.
No, I think it's fun, but I'm saying it's like I've decided I'm gonna watch Remember the Titans, everybody. Doesn't matter if I actually do it, I've decided to do it.
There are many steps to joy in life, many steps to anything, and you need to enjoy every one of them. From making the decision to watch it to actually watching it to completely No, because I will eventually watch it. And haven't got any update videos lately, Mac. How's that going? All right, Kyle. Why don't you check Twitter real quick while I find the video and we can do our thing.
Okay. Where is haha, fun. I don't actually have Twitter logged in, so this will take a second.
All right. I'll check it. I don't think there's anything. Someone would have let us know.
Yeah. Although these days, Disney is hit or miss on X. I gotta check the Instagrams, which means I have to go to like 10 different pages instead of one list. It's
yesterday when doing the show prep for this, for the very first time, because I was putting some tweets in here and I wanted to make sure I knew these were Twitter links I was going to click, I instinctively put X. I didn't think about it. It just came out of my finger. There's a Disney Cruise Line blog. They're kind of the definitive website for cruising, for Disney cruises. I'm just checking their article on this to see if they may have any more information or speculation, and they do not.
I mean, I don't know how much there is to say about it.
Well, there are. I think the questions I ask are real questions. Is this effect now? If I haven't cruised in 6 years, am I no longer a Castaway Club member, or does it start now? I think that's a real question. And then if I do cruise, once I've lost my status, am I literally back to step 1 as if I've never cruised before? These are real questions. All right, Kyle, that's something.
Not exactly new. I haven't even watched it, but going back to our top story of Zootopia, they just released this fun little video looking at some of the treats that you can get besides corn-flavored popcorn.
Popsicles. Get your popsicles here.
That's all.
Popsicles.
Did you see yesterday the announcement of Little Mermaid that confirmed that the Disney parks are using AI?
What did it say?
You seem confused, so
I am.
I'll send it to you because we have to watch it. Otherwise, it doesn't make any. I mean, it doesn't make any sense even when you watch it. But
what if for 5 years I can't cruise for some reason? I leave the country. I go move to Nebraska where they don't have a port. And then
leave the country or go to Nebraska. These are very different options.
And then I go back and I cruise again. I'm platinum now. Do I literally have to be like a first timer? Do they take away my lanyard? Do they take away my platinum lanyard?
For a Disney rehire, so maybe it is like a Disney rehire. So maybe like you have 1 year grace after the 5 years to come back and regain your status. Otherwise, you start from zero. I don't know if that's how Disney works. That's how my former employer worked.
What really concerns me about this is they're touching Castaway Club. A lot of other cruise lines do it based on nights sailed, not cruises. And we do a lot of shorter cruises. And we do a lot of cruises with family who work at Disney, and all of that counts towards Castaway Club right now. And I fear they're tampering with it and making it harder to get statuses on Castaway Clubs. And not just, I mean, obviously I care about me, but this affects everybody. And I don't want to see them do that. I like the way it's just nice and simple. You take a cruise, it counts. You take a cruise, it counts. 3-day, 4-day, 2-day cruise to nowhere, 14-day transatlantic. It all counts the same. It's a cruise towards the Castaway Club. and I fear they are now tampering with the system I love so much. All right, let's watch
Making
this.
sure that people that got the cheap cruises back in the day aren't have to pay today's prices to keep it.
Like Delta, no one liked when Delta started messing with their affinity program.
Well,
Here
because
we
people
go. Watch this.
complain that there's too many elite people, and then they're like, "Well, then we'll make it more elite." And they're like, "Wait a minute, I don't like that."
This is from Disney Parks, their Instagram.
Eddie,
What is it, Finn?
did you hear about the news?
What news?
They're reimagining the stage show. They call it The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure.
And when does this fish get to see it?
Fall 2024 at the Animation Courtyard Theater.
Now, Finn, how do you get this information?
I call it artificial intelligence. Hey, Eddie.
See, I told you, confirmed.
Moving on.
Hey, if we work,
Sorry to interrupt you. What'd you say?
if we worked for a different site, that'd be a great headline.
I spend so much time on social media. I'd like to say it's because it's a part of my job, but that's not why. So I see so many Disney social media places doing fun videos. I don't need to see it coming from Disney Parks, dude. Just the facts. It's the same look people give me with my
You're like, just market to me all the time. Don't do anything else.
Exactly. This is what I expected. This fish never gets to see it. He will be forever. If they had done that, we can't, you moron. We're bolted to the floor. That would have been funny. No offense if the Disney Park social media department happens to be watching today. Love your work. All right, let us get to this day in Disney history, the portion of the show where Kyle shows off his knowledge of Disney history, extensive knowledge of Disney history. First, on this day in 1972, a movie came out that I have no doubt Kyle has never seen. When John Baxter inherits a ski resort in the Rocky Mountains, he quits his job in New York and moves west to run it, only to find his estate in a state of total dilapidation.
That's
movie
called the crappy ski lodge.
This is the second movie I was ever volunteered to watch with the Kaplan family when I was dating their daughter.
I knew it somehow. I knew it was going to be a family classic.
After Boatniks came Snowball Express. Ever seen it, Kyle?
No.
No. All right. Well, how about this one? On this day in 1974, just 2 years later, yes, it is on Disney Plus. A wealthy Englishman commissions an airship and its crew to search the Arctic for his missing son. In the process, they discover a mysterious island peopled with hostile Viking warriors. Aim look. 0 for 2 today. That is the island at the top of the world.
Not to be confused with a murder at the end of the world.
Which you haven't seen the finale yet, right?
I've not seen the finale. We are on
I'm
episode.
not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. All I'm going to say, a tad disappointed. Right.
Well, we've been a tad disappointed the whole time. So.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't know. We have mixed feelings on it. We'll see how it.
All right. 1979. This one, at least you've heard of.
Okay.
The USS Cygnus is perched precariously at the edge of a blank. The vast, empty nothingness where space and time end. Probably should have blanked that too. Anything that crosses its border enters a universe of the complete unknown. In this story of genius robots and mad humanoids, audiences take a spectacular descent into nature's ultimate mystery. Blank, blank, blank.
The black hole.
The black hole is correct. Disney's answer to Star Wars, not quite. Those rave reviews just say, so let me tell you something, Mac. Forget Kyle. The show is great. Every episode is fantastic, save perhaps the final one, the conclusion. But the journey getting there is so good, you don't care about the destination. Kind of like the show on Netflix, which I'm raving about and seen 3 times now and still can't remember what it's called.
Kind of like taking a Disney cruise.
Netflix. Kind of like, what's the name of the movie? Help me, Kyle.
I don't what. Tell me
The
about
movie on Netflix about the end of the world
it.
that I've been posting about on
Don't
Facebook.
Look Up?
Leave the World Behind. Leave the World Behind. Thank you. Leave the World Behind. I saw Sleeping Beauty. No, I didn't. At the Cinerama Dome, but that's wrong. I saw Pinocchio at the Cinerama Dome. Justin, there's a reason we're not in the Black Hole Convention. Tony back here at Star Wars Celebration. It is good. Leave the World Behind is a great, great, great watch, even if you don't like the ending.
Even though it's based on an Everclear lyric. Not really.
On this day in 2013, Blank and Blank bring to life the untold story behind Walt Disney's 20-year effort to transform the beloved book Blank into one of the most treasured movie classics of all time.
That Saving Mr. Banks?
That would be Saving Mr. Banks, starring Tom Hanks, Emma Thompson, and the guy from The Office. On this day in 2019, on Disney Plus, still on Disney Plus, Blank is the untold true story set in the summer of 1925 of champion dog sled trainer Linhard Sepola and his lead sled dog Blank.
I had it and lost it. It's not Balto. It's the other one.
In addition to being a lead sled dog, he also makes great sandwiches.
Makes great sandwiches. I know it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me crazy.
Right, Rebecca has confirmed that she did see the black hole at the Cinerama Dome with Sleeping Beauty. That's cool. That's the kind of experiences you just don't get anymore.
Pogo.
Earl is not the movie. Did you look it up?
Yes.
It is Togo. Sled dog and sandwich.
I knew it. I was like, I can see, the Green Goblin's face. And
still on Disney Plus. How about that? An original Disney Plus that's still there. Wonder how that made the cut. On this day, also in 2019, you could stay home and watch Togo, or you could go to the theaters and watch the riveting conclusion of the landmark saga, New Legends Will Be Born, and the final battle for freedom is yet to come. Wow.
I mean, it's an epic conclusion, and yet I have no idea what you're talking about.
The riveting conclusion of the landmark Blank saga, New Legends Will Be Born, and the final battle for freedom is yet to come, with the villain you've seen before and thought was dead, but he's still here.
Oh. So is that... No. I don't know. It's going to be
for this one.
I know. It's going to be painful. I'm just like, what are we talking about?
A 9-episode saga.
A 9-episode saga? So Star Wars?
Yes. Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I forgot that was so recent. And also that movie is not good.
Why doesn't he know it? I don't know, Justin. It's not horrible. It's
not good.
One more.
Last Jedi is way better than Rise of Skywalker. Rey Skywalker. That's all I have to say.
Let me know. This is from On This Day in 1991. Are you able to hear this?
When you see a shooting star,
On this day in 1991.
the future starts. The magic that's in your eye. Traditions with
So great after all these weeks.
Year after year, the memories fill the sky.
Sing it, Kyle.
Everybody,
welcome home to your home away. I'm a little ahead of the beat.
when magic
Never ends with family and friends, making memories so strong.
We
believe in somewhere new,
Bring on the copyright.
a place where all your dreams come true. Together we can grow. Let the whole world know where we are is right, right where we belong. Yeah, I know all those words. That's sad. Here's one of our favorites.
Disney vacation will make you feel alive. Everybody, welcome
I'm not cutting it off.
Okay. We have to stay through the key change.
Making memories so strong. We believe in
That's enjoying it.
a place where all your dreams come
Like when they take Boy Scouts to the lodge. Like, this is what real camping is. Always be prepared with your pocket knife.
Bitch. I do not feel good watching it. I've been in a rough mood lately, but I'm feeling so much better right now. Here it comes. I brought my lighter today. I have to buy a lighter.
With family and friends, making memories so
the kids do it now.
we believe in
We don't have the key change banner. Oh wait, there it is.
Together we can grow. Let the whole world know where we are is right. Right where we belong. Right where we belong. Right where we belong. Where we are is right.
Man, can you imagine what that key change was like in the live version?
Oh man, how do we not have that on video yet?
Next, they'll announce that to stay part of the Disney Vacation Club, you have to vacation every 5 years. Be like, nope, we're taking your money, bye.
You can't make willy-nilly changes here. You're an owner.
They could probably hike your maintenance fee every year.
On this day in 1991, DVC. Now, I don't know what that means, honestly, if the resort opened.
It was Disney's best kept secret for 25 years.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. I agree. It is. I really think that may, seriously, no joke, be my second favorite Disney song after I'll Try from Return to Neverland. I'm a simple guy with simple needs.
Well, if we ever go on a newlywed game type thing, I'll be... I
would like to give a shout out to my boss's wife. My boss here at TFC, his wife made cookies yesterday. She posted a picture of herself holding the cookies on Instagram. And I responded, please have your husband bring those to work tomorrow. And she did. So thanks for the cookies. We will do a show tomorrow. We will not do a show on Friday, which is kind of Christmas Eve, the last work day before Christmas. So we're taking Christmas Eve off. And we obviously will not do a show on Christmas. So we got one more before that. So be sure to join us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. as we do one more of these. Is Jeremiah going to be back yet? Can we actually talk to him tomorrow morning?
I don't think so. I mean, he has to travel for like 20 hours back, even if he was leaving. Let's see.
It's not like a 3-hour flight?
He is traveling on Thursday, and then his schedule is blank starting Friday. So, yeah, I don't know what that means.
Maybe if he's available Friday, we may do a Zootopia-only episode of this.
We'll have to ask.
We'll see. Always like, subscribe, ring the bell so you know when we go live. Thank you. I'm championing the song. I feel like I've taken ownership of the song because it has so many haters out there. Haters gonna hate, as that young singer says these days. But I am championing the Disney Vacation.
That young singer these days who wrote that song 10 years ago.
Well, if you like Zootopia Land, please check out our coverage. We've covered Zootopia Land like crazy. You just go to 11place.com.
It's just called Zootopia, but it's really confusing because they still, to this day, even in the announcement, they're like Zootopia themed land. Like, just say Zootopia. Like, tell us the name. Why? Like, their nomenclature has never been so murky before.
I love the fact that they just call it Zootopia.
Yes, they finally got it right. Cars Land is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But like, they spent so much time saying Zootopia themed land. You're like, okay, well, are you calling it Zootopia Land? Is it called Zootopia? They settled on calling it Zootopia, but they're still putting that qualifier in the headline for some reason.
For no reason. Well, on that rant, see you tomorrow, everyone.